Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2017 and a new season of our European Journeyman series at Bayer Leverkusen. Now today we have got through half of pre-season and we've suddenly got the DFL Super Cup match. We're away against Gladbach. It looks like they're actually in their home stadium, which is a little bit frustrating, so we'll have to put in a very good performance. But we are set on revenge after Borussia Mönchengladbach did cost us our treble last season, so we will be wanting to win this competition and then finish off pre-season before kicking off the DFB Pokal in the next episode against Spielberg. And then we'll also have the Juventus match in the UEFA Super Cup as well in that episode, so plenty to look forward to. Now one thing going on at the moment is the transfer window. If we have a look at our transfer history, you'll see a familiar story to last season, where last year we turned over a £50 million profit while winning the league and Champions League, and the exact same thing is going to have to happen this year because the board are not giving us the money that we are bringing in through player sales. At the moment we've got £148 million in the transfer budget, and the club are giving me £28 million and virtually no wage budget out of that £140 million. They are hoarding cash and I cannot squeeze an extra penny out of the club, so we're going to have to be really frugal with the transfers we bring in. I said last episode that I wanted a attacking midfielder, a central midfielder, a central defender and a goalkeeper. 2 out of 4 done. 2 more still to go with about £30 million, and they both come from our former club Monaco. One we all know and love. It is Dario Nezovic, the former keeper we had at Monaco. I think he's better than he is in his current stats. I think he can get a lot better, and we got him very cheaply at £8.5 million. That's because he's not been playing since we left Monaco. He had this 2 seasons period where we were in charge, and then he just completely dropped off a cliff and never really played. So he is now at our club. And the other player I am very excited about is Kevin Janssen, a player we got for £30 million, very much on the cheap. But he is perfect in the attack midfield role. He's got finishing, that's the main thing, and we managed to get him in. He's a Dutch player, had a good year last time out of Monaco, got 8 goals and 8 assists across 28 games, 11 of them as a substitute. Signed for Monaco, I think just after we left, so he's not a player that we brought in, but he looks very, very good. I am still working on a centre-back and a centre midfielder, but I'm not holding my breath on being able to bring anybody decent in at the moment. I think realistically we're going to have one more signing, and I'm going to have to make a decision over whether it's a centre-back or a centre midfielder, and at the moment I think it needs to be a centre-back because Havertz can obviously play in midfield. We've got Doumbia there and Mikulajczak as well. So that's where I'm thinking at the moment, but we'll have to see what happens in the rest of the transfer window. A lot of things could change. People could come in with big bids for our players and that might turn things over. But the main thing is that we get off to a winning start away against Gladbach. We've done well in pre-season so far and we need to see that through. And the new player Janssen is going to be leading the line alongside Natgal and Braga. Betty and Havertz are in midfield with Mikulajczak filling in at left wing back, Henriks at right wing back, Trau, Brukas and Jench at centre back. Bernardo Silva is recovering from injury. That will be a big help for us when he gets back because he will be able to help us out up front. But overall the squad is very thin and we need to bring some more players in. Henriks on the ball, sends it forward to Betty. Game kicking off but without a highlight. It'd be interesting to see if the team is as familiar with the tactic at the start of this season as they were at the end of last season. We are European and German champions, so that will carry quite a bit of weight with us going forward, and it's a lot of expectation as well. The team, I think, could be stronger than last season, but it's going to be thinner than last season, and that's going to be the difficulty, is if we can keep up the challenge when we have injuries to key players, because a few of them are quite injury prone. And at the moment we're not quite creating the chances we would normally expect, so the team are a little bit lethargic at the start of this season. They've got Jimmy Peer up front, our former player. They've had a couple of efforts as well, but none on target in this first half. And at half-time it is 0-0, which is quite disappointing. I'm hoping to see something from Janssen today which shows why he was worth such a large portion of our transfer budget. I mean, Nezovic, we know what we're getting, and he will be a step up from Leno. I've got no doubt about that, which will hopefully save us a few points this season. But here's Ramic with the throw to Garrido. Christoph tries to switch flank and finds Vieira on a yellow card. Mansour cutting in from the right. Got a man in the middle, and Pia in there has scored against us. Again, it's the same move they did against us in the DFB Pokal final. A ball into the middle for Pia. This time he finished it first time. Last time he needed a second effort to do the job. But we have fallen 1-0 down very early on, and it's going to be tough for us getting back into this game as well, because we do not seem to be quite at our best. I'm not sure what we can change right now. I think I'm going to need to bring Doumbia on in midfield for Havertz, and I hope that that will make a bit of a difference. There's just 20 minutes left now. Betty's picked up a knock, so he's going to need to come off as well. Bernardo Silva not quite fit enough to get into that position, so I'm going to have to drop Braga back to midfield, take Betty off and give Malherbe a run around up front. 15 minutes to go, still looking for this winner. We're going to have to go attacking and hopefully be able to break them down, but I'm not filled with confidence. The team's a little bit older than last season as well. It is a fairly old team in places. So I think this season could be more of a struggle than last season, which is not what I want. Douglas Santos is going to need to come on. Less than 10 minutes to go. A Gladbach about to knife us with another 1-0 win, just like they did last season. We have not been good today, there's no doubt about that. We've not created the chances. Team not yet fully at the races in the tactic. And just a few seconds left here. It looks like Gladbach are going to deny us another piece of silverware in Germany, and they are looking like quite a dangerous opponent. It's like they've figured out how to play against us, and we're going to have to watch them this season as they come forward with Pia. And there is the full-time whistle. We've missed out on some more silverware in Germany, which is just not good enough. Again, Gladbach beating us 1-0. And that is really frustrating. The Super Cup is a competition that sort of flown under the radar for me recently, but Leverkusen have won it a couple of times in recent history, runners-up last season, this season rather, but we were the away team. It was at the Gladbach park, and we have missed out on it. Now, I did forget at the start of this episode to show you the players that have left. So if we just have a quick look at that, you can say that Soren Fink is the big player to leave. He's a striker, and we were playing him in centre midfield, so I thought I may as well cash in on the £30 million we'd get for him, rather than keep playing him out of position. It's a bit of a shame to see him go, because he is one of the players who came through the academy. The other big player to leave, Daniel Lewis, he was never going to get in the team as a striker, and he was unable to adapt, so we've made a loss on him, but I think that's fine. I don't mind him going, and I needed the cash in, and that's where the majority of the money has come in. Leon Bailey has also gone to Ajax. He was a very good player. Spent a long time at the club, but just didn't play for me last season, so he needed to go too. So 3 players who didn't really fit the tactic have all left. It's brought in 54 million. We've spent 38 so far, and there is still 28 million pounds and 200 grand in the wage budget. So there'll probably be one big transfer left to come in unless we sell more players. But that is going to be it for this episode. Do drop a like on the video if you're feeling sorry for the team about losing out to Gladbach for the second cup final against them in a row. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, but until next time, see ya.